That would not have been a good situation. What was your second
And
question?
my second question for President Zelensky, why don't you wear a suit?
You don't hold the cards, you don't hold the cards. King of the deck, I'm dropping these. Walk in the room, it's a golden affair. Make a deal so big you can't compare. I'm the ace in the hole, the joker, the king. Flipping the table, hear the cash register ring. They said I wouldn't win, called it a bluff, but I stacked the chips. Yeah, I'm tough enough. MAGA on my cap, red, white, blue. I'm the dealer now, what you gonna do? You don't hold the cards, you don't hold the cards. I'm running this game, I'm setting the odds. You don't hold the cards, you don't hold the cards.
Wow. Welcome, everyone. Hey, Mike here. Mike Martin here. Alpha Fitness. Always looking for answers and always looking to get fit as well. Hey, we are here right now getting ready to break down just a little bit of the conversation between the president of Ukraine, Mr. Zelenskyy, and our president, Mr. Trump here. Fireworks, explosions, all kinds of things happen here. Now, let me ask you guys a question. I want to know objectively, after watching this, how do you feel about this? Because I had to watch it a couple times, and I'll tell you, the last couple times I watched it, I can see where Zelensky's coming from. I'm serious. I really can. All right. Well, let's get into it, guys.
A lot of money will be made from the sale and from the use of raw earth. And as you know, our country doesn't have much raw earth. We have a lot of oil and gas, but we don't have a lot of the raw earth. And what we do have is protected by the environmentalists, but that can be unprotected. But still, it's not very much. They have among the best in the world in terms of raw earth. So we're going to be using that, using it for all of the things we do, including AI and including weapons and the military. And it's really going to very much satisfy our needs. So something that just worked out really well. We have a lot of oil, and we have a lot of gas, we have a lot, but we don't have raw earth. So this has just about every component of the raw earth that we need for computers, for all of the things we do. This puts us in great shape.
And security for Ukraine.
I think they're going to have great luck. I think once we make the agreement, that's going to be 95% of it. They're not going to go back to fighting. I've spoken with President Putin, and I feel very strong. I've known him for a long time, and I feel very strongly that they're very serious about it. And we'll make a deal. And when the deal is made, I don't think we talk about security. Everyone's talking about the other day. All they talked about was security. I said, let me make the deal first. I have to make the deal first. I don't worry about security right now. We have to have a deal because right now, last week, 2,000 soldiers died on both sides. 2,000, and they're losing 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 a week. So as we sit here and we talk, people are getting shot and dying on the battlefield. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 a week. So as we sit here and we talk, people are getting shot and dying on the battlefield. And, you know, they're not American soldiers, but they're Russian soldiers and they're Ukrainian soldiers, and we want to be able to stop it. And we want to be able also to spend money on other things. We don't want to. This is a tremendous amount of money. And what the Biden administration did was terrible. They were giving money, but they had no security on the money. Europe, as you know, gave much less money, but they had security. It was in the form of a loan. They get their money back, and we didn't. And now, at least we're protected because the American taxpayer has to be protected, too. But this is an incredible agreement for Ukraine, because we have a big investment in their country now, and what they have, very few people have. And we're able to really go forward with very, very high-tech things and many other things, including weaponry that we're going to use in many locations, but that we need for our country.
Mr. President,
This allows us to do that.
So, at this point, things seem to be going well. But let's see where it takes a turn, shall we? In my opinion, this is where things start to take a turn, because Zelenskyy starts to school us right now.
Important points if we speak about business and investment. We never had LNG terminals in Ukraine. This document will open. I mean, the next documents, but anyway, here we see in the framework, we see really goodwill for this. LNG terminals for us is very important, and I think for security of European continent. We have the biggest storage, gas storage. We have the biggest in Europe. Yes, and we can use it for LNG, use it for LNG, and we will do it. And really, we can help Europe, because Europe really helped. President Trump said that they made less support, but they are our friends, and they are our very supportive partners. They really gave a lot. Mr. President.
They
Yeah,
did.
really, they did.
They gave a lot, but they gave much less.
No,
Much less.
no, no.
Here it goes. Here it is, people. Look at Zelensky's eyes. Very standoffish.
I think we've done a very good job, just generally. If you look at all of the things we've done in 30 days, they're saying there's never been a opening for a president. The first month, there's never been a first month like we've had. And this is one of the very important things. This, to me, is one of the most important things because we have tremendous death taking place as we speak, and I don't want to have that. You know, think of the parents, think of whether they're in Russia or Ukraine, think of the parents of all these people being killed needlessly.
They came to our territory.
Should have never started. This would have, if I were president, this would have never started.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you see it? Did you see it? Let's go back and watch this again. Watch Zelensky roll his eyes. And actually, Zelensky ends up saying they came over here to us. They came over here to take over our land. That's what he says. You see it right there. Watch the crazy turn right here.
Think of the parents of all these people being killed needlessly.
They came to our territory.
Should have never started. This would have, if I were president, this would have never started.
Mr. President, where has now your conviction? Mr. President, will you continue sending military aid to Ukraine after the U.S. signs this agreement with Ukraine?
Yeah, we're
And the
gonna be
question
continuing.
to President Zelensky, do you feel like the U.S. is on your side, that that President Trump is on your side at this moment?
But
What do you think?
he wants to know, do you think that, it's sort of a stupid question.
Ah!
I guess we wouldn't be here if I wasn't.
I think that the United States on our side from the very beginning of
Look at
occupation.
Trump.
And I think that President Trump on our side, and of course, I'm sure that the United States President will not stop support. This is crucial.
What? 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 What?
I'm looking forward to getting it done quickly, very quickly.
Does that mean you'll provide security guarantees?
You're at the highest, why don't you wear a suit? You're at the highest level in this country's office, and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if do you own a suit?
Yeah, problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not
Really?
respecting
I
the
don't have
dignity of this
such-
office.
I will wear a costume after this war will finish.
Ouch.
Yes, maybe one.
Maybe something like
maybe
this.
something like
Yes,
yours.
sir.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Maybe something better. I don't know. We will see. Maybe something cheaper than yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Damn.
Thank you, President Trump. You said yesterday that you have.
Are you going to send more arms to Ukraine in case there's no peace?
Yeah, we're going to have arms to Ukraine, yeah, sure. Hopefully I won't have to send very much because hopefully we're going to have it finished. We're looking forward to finishing this quickly. We're not looking forward to sending a lot of arms. We're looking forward to getting the war finished so we can do other things. But we very much appreciate the agreement because we needed what they had, and we're treating, you know, our country is now treated fairly. Biden didn't do that. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. This should have never happened. This should have never started. But, you know, sure, the answer is yes, but hopefully.
Turn off the lights. The party's over. Ouch. 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 Everyone take a look at Zelensky right now. He changes his whole demeanor right here. Look at his face. If you look at his lip, he's slightly curling his lip like he's pissed. And look at his left eye. His left eye's already scrunched down like he's angry. His closed body posture, if you look at his shoulders, they're turned in. He actually looks like he's almost attempting to flex. If you look at his triceps right there on his right-hand side, his body's real close, like he's tensed up. And I guarantee if you see his hands are probably gripped right now. This is bad, bad, bad. All right, let's take a look.
If I can answer. Yes, if I can answer. Sorry. Please. please.
And I do like your clothing, by the way.
Yeah, really?
Even though I think he's a great guy, by the way. But I don't know if you two like each other. But you know what? I think
No,
he's dressed. I think he's
why?
dressed
I like this guy.
I think he's dressed beautifully.
So I have more serious things than answer on such
Yeah,
question.
that's
I will answer on more
That's
serious
a good
question if
statement.
I can.
That's
Yeah. So please, about security guarantees.
Oh
and about
man,
just
no,
ceasefire.
this
We
was
can't just speak
terrible.
about ceasefire
This is
and
absolutely
speak
terrible.
and
Hold
speak.
on. Wow. I really think we need to go back and take a look at this again because Trump says, I really like your clothes. And Zelensky looks at him and turns to him and says, like, really? Really? Did you really just effing say that to me? You condescending son of a gun. I can't believe you just said that. And then Trump tries to clean it up and says, "Oh, I don't know. Maybe you guys might not like each other. All this stuff. No. You tried to pass it. Now Trump's my guy, but come on, man. You just stuck. That's what they call it these days, gaslighting. I mean, there was really no need for that. And Zelensky says, "Look, I got bigger problems to worry about than you guys criticizing me about what I'm wearing right now when I got my country in a war." And Trump, I don't know if you caught it at the end, but Trump said like either good save or good statement. There's something back like that here. You know what? Let's just go back and try to take a look at that. Honestly, let's take a look at that.
If I can answer. Yes, if I can answer. Sorry. Please.
And I do like your clothing, by the way.
Yeah, really?
Even though I think he's a great guy, by the way. But I don't know if you two like each other. But you know what? I think he's dressed. I think he's dressed.
I like this guy.
I think he's dressed beautifully.
So I have more serious things than answer on such
Yeah,
question.
sure, that's
I will
okay.
answer on more serious
That's a good
question if
statement.
I can.
That's
Yeah. So please, about security guarantees.
Wow.
And about just ceasefire. We
Look
can't
at
just
Trump.
speak about ceasefire and speak and speak. It will not work. Just ceasefire will never work because I'm like a president. I have this experience, and not only me. Ukraine before my presidency from the 2014, Putin broken 25 times. 25 times.
Hold on. Now, did you catch that? Zelensky says that this is not going to work. The ceasefire will not work because he's broken it before. Putin has broken it before. Now, Zelensky's clearly stating this right now. Right now here, he's saying this is why the ceasefire will not work. This is why it will not work. So people need to kind of go back and maybe watch us again and listen because Zelensky's stating that now. He states it later when JD Vance hops in there, but he's stating it right now. So we need to take a look at that.
Before my presidency from the 2014, Putin broken 25 times. 25 times he broken his own signature. 25 times he broken ceasefire.
But he never broke to me. He never broke to
No,
me.
you were the president.
He
You were
never
the
broke-
president
he
during.
never broke to me.
In 2016, you've been the president, Mr. President. You've been the president, but he had, of course, not with you, but he had during those period, he had conversations with our side. And we had Normandy format, the France, Germany, Ukraine, and Russia. And he broken 25 times. That's why we will never accept just ceasefire. It will not work without security guarantees. Security guarantees, maybe President is right about this document and other, but this document is not enough. Strong army is enough because his soldiers afraid, Putin's soldiers afraid of our soldiers when we're strong enough. If we are not strong enough, if we are empty, if our storage is empty,
Wonder what
we can't
Trump's
defend
thinking
our-
right now.
Our land. Today, he knows that we have all the world knows that we have meeting. Yes, why he's using ballistic? Putin today using ballistic on our hospitals, schools, and etc. Ballistic. So he knows that we are here and that President Trump is really have goodwill to stop this war. And you hear now the president. So why he's using? So he doesn't want to stop.
Wow, I get it now. So what Zelensky's saying is that Putin is using ballistic missiles right now on their schools and on their churches, on their hospitals. Right now, as we speak as they're sitting there right now. Putin's doing that. So how in the heck is he going to agree to a ceasefire? That's basically what he's saying right now, that he's not going to honor his word.
We will not never have any contingents, strong contingents from the Europeans, because they don't want to divide alliance connection between the United States and the main and strongest ally and Europeans. And this is crucial, this is important. That's what we want to speak about very much. This is very important. And air defense. So air defense, really, we have big deficit with all these systems, and we need to provide this. We need it very much. Otherwise, Putin will never stop, and will go further and further. He doesn't want. He hates us. You know, it's not about me. He hates Ukrainians. He thinks that we are not a nation. He thinks, and he shares these thoughts. I think maybe with your team also. I don't know, but with all the Europeans, in media, officially and not, he always said that there is no such country, such nation, such language, and such life like Ukrainian. No, he really doesn't respect all the Ukrainians, and he wants to destroy us. And you are right, Mr. President. That's 2%. This document, maybe other documents, it's a very good start, very good, but it will not enough to stop this person.
Well, if you sit here and you really listen to what Zelensky's saying, you really can't blame the guy. I mean, man, he's so passionate. He's saying that Putin doesn't even think they're a country, doesn't think they're a nation. They're nothing. That they should be back to being part of Russia, I guess. So you got to give the man credit. He has passion, and I don't see any signs of disrespect by Zelensky right now at all. So let's keep seeing what actually keeps furthering this fire, I should say, fueling that fire.
States of America, and for the good of the world. I'm aligned with the world, and I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred, and I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done.
Did y'all see Zelensky look at him like, mother effer, I know you didn't just say that because okay.
I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough. But you're never going to get a deal that way. So
see, Zelensky said,
One more question.
Hey, I want to respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded
Wait a minute, hold
Ukraine
up. Wait a second. J.D. Vance pops in here. Why does he even have to pop in here now? He was no part of this conversation at all. And here he goes. He bumps his mouth. And honestly, you guys listen to this. Listen to it now. J.D. Vance is the one that raises his voice. He's the one that gets confrontational. He's the one that looks at Zelensky and has the nerve to say, you've never said thank you? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, you have to watch this.
We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, parts of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014.
Occupied it.
So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact line?
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2014.
2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but
Here goes.
during 2014 till
Watch the aggression
2022,
build up right now in Trump. Watch the aggression. Watch.
The People are been dying on the contact line. Nobody.
And Trump
stopped
is
him.
my boy,
You know,
but
that
watch.
we had conversations with him, a lot of conversations, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him. Me, like a new president, in 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel. We signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed with him with gas contract. Gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of
Fair
diplomacy that's going
question.
to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr.
are not
President,
strong-
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens
didn't
is
go.
you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that
Wow.
you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have
And do you think that it's
I will
respectful
answer.
to come to the Oval Office
I
of the
will
United
answer.
States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all,
you
during
go.
the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God
You don't-
bless.
you don't know that.
God bless.
You don't know
God
that.
bless. You will
Don't-
not
you
have
gotta-
a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on this
position to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly
this.
what you're doing.
Not
You're
dictate.
in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
You
We're
will-
going to feel very
You will
good.
feel influence.
We're going to feel
I'm-
very
I'm
good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the very
bad position,
beginning
and he
of the
happens
war.
to be right about
From the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a good
Brown,
position.
I
You
was
don't have the cards
Come
right
on.
now. With us, you start having
not
cards.
playing
But
cards.
right now, you
I'm
don't.
very
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War
What you're-
III.
what you're
You're
speaking about.
gambling with
What you're
World
speaking
War
about.
III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
I'm
That's
with all
back to you.
respect to your
Far
country.
more than a lot of people said
very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once? This
A
What
entire
the-
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
have you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States
what
of
you're
America
speaking about.
and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's
Can I-
in big
can I-
trouble.
can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No,
Can
you've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this.
I...
You have a damn
We-
good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said
stupid
thank you.
president, $350 billion.
You
We
voted
gave
for
you
your
military
president.
equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about West
If
people?
you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
you invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of
accept
times
that there,
thank you
accept
to
that,
American people.
accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media
Come
when you're wrong.
on.
We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. The cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't please,
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, If you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
with guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't with me.
For you what
that wasn't with me. That was with a guy named Biden who was not a smart person. That was with Obama.
It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to Martin.
At the beginning of this here, Zelensky's saying, listen, you're going to feel the influence, which basically what I'm hearing is that Zelensky knows something that we don't know, that Putin may end up coming this direction just like we've always thought. So that's one thing that I gathered from that. And you see that Zelensky tells J.D. Vance, he says, hey, you think you're going to get somewhere by yelling? That's basically what he's saying, like, hey, you're going to come yell at me? You think you're going to get somewhere by yelling at me? You're going to get somewhere? And Trump hopped in on that stuff so dang quick. Like, wait a minute. And he did, too. And then he came and kind of jumped right on there onto Zelensky, saying how disrespectful he is and all this. But he said, Trump says that, Zelensky, you've done nothing but talk. And Zelensky's saying, I haven't even had a chance to even talk about it. You guys are teaming up on me here. And I'm grateful. He's literally saying that. If you listen to Zelensky, and I'm a big Trump guy, but man, wow.
Mr. Vice President, I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter. I don't know. This is terrible.
Because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks? What do you do then? I understand that it's a heated
Watch Trump's
conversation
response.
right
What are you
now.
saying?
What
She's
if
asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now?
But they have
Okay?
broken the
What if they
ceasefire.
broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me.
Wow.
Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden
Okay,
scam.
guys.
Hillary Clinton.
You get the gist of
Shifty
it.
Adam Schiff. It
Here
was
it goes.
a Democrat scam. What happened? But he didn't break him with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is, I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your
I've
people are very
empowered you.
brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards.
Ouch.
But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. You're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty.
I just had to
but
hear
you'll
that
fight
again.
it out.
Jeez.
But you don't have the cards.
Those are lives.
But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position.
Lives
but
we're
you're not
talking
acting
about,
at all
people.
thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think?
What's
huh?
this negotiation?
This is going to be great television, I will say that.
Wow. Okay, you're right about that,
We'll
Jack.
see what-
All right, people. Well, let me know what you think here. Like, click, subscribe, please. I need the subscribers. Hey, and to be honest with you here, like I said, I'm big on the Trump man, but I got to call things right down the middle. I got to be truthful. I think Trump jumped the gun. I think Vance should have kept his mouth shut. He should have kept it shut. And listen. I think we needed to listen more, people. Please listen. Zelensky never even really got to talk that much. I cannot believe it. He even was trying to say that if you're objective, you can understand that. But I get both sides, and hey, I'm American at the end of the day, baby. All right, well, like, click, and subscribe. We'll catch y'all later. Peace.
In this game, I'm setting the odds. You don't hold the cards, you don't hold the cards. King of the deck, I'm dropping these bars.